There's a moment in life where everything shifts. It's not when you graduate. It's not when you get a job or fall in love. It's not when you turn 18 or 21 or even 40. The real shift happens the day you stop reacting and start responding. That, my friend, is the moment you begin to mature. Let's talk about the difference. Reaction is automatic. It's raw. It's driven by ego, emotion, and impulse. Someone insults you, you snap back. Someone betrays you, you cut them off and curse their name. You feel anger, you explode. You feel sadness, you drown in it. You're triggered. You act like the world owes you an apology. That's reaction. Unfiltered, unrefined, and unproductive. Now contrast that with response. Response is calm. It's intentional. It's not rooted in impulse, but in awareness. When you respond, you feel the same anger, but you breathe first. You feel the same betrayal, but you observe the lesson. You feel the pain, but you don't let it poison you. You step back, assess the bigger picture, and act in alignment with your values, not just your emotions. That's maturity. That's growth. And here's the truth. Anyone can react. That takes no discipline. It takes no effort to lash out, to get defensive, to scream when you're hurt. But it takes deep emotional maturity to stay grounded when everything in you wants to erupt. It takes power to pause, to look someone in the eye who wronged you and choose peace instead of war. That is not weakness. That is strength disguised in silence. So many people confuse age with wisdom. They think turning 30, 40, 50 means they've grown up. But emotional growth isn't a number, it's a skill. A teenager who has been through pain and learned to sit with it, reflect on it, and grow from it can be more mature than a grown adult who's still acting out every time they feel misunderstood. Let me give you a picture. Imagine a storm. A child will scream, cry, panic, and look for someone to blame. So where the blame? An emotionally immature adult might do the same, just with fancier words and bigger consequences. But someone who is emotionally mature, they stay calm, they observe, they act when needed, and remain still when silence is louder than speech. They don't become the storm, they become the anchor. We live in a world that praises speed, instant replies, quick comebacks, like drop moments. But maturity is in the slow lane. Maturity is quiet. It's reflective. It doesn't need to shout because it knows who it is. When someone lies about you, maturity says, "What then?" Because you know your truth. When someone mocks your dreams, maturity smiles and continues the work. Because you understand, responding with success is better than reacting with rage. Think about your own life. Think about how many situations you made worse simply by reacting. That argument that exploded because you couldn't hold your tongue. That relationship that crumbled because your ego couldn't take the silence. That job you lost. Opportunity you missed. Friend you pushed away. All because reaction took the wheel instead of response. Now think about what could change if you chose differently. If you trained yourself to pause when triggered. To breathe before replying. To walk away before exploding. That's not suppression. That's not suppression. That's power. You're not bottling up your emotions. You're masters. You're refusing to be ruled by the chaos within you. You know what's crazy? Sometimes the most mature response is no response at all. Sometimes the best way to win the argument is to leave it. Not because you're weak, but because your energy is too sacred for petty battles. You don't owe everyone a reaction. You don't need to prove yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. That's a level of emotional intelligence that no birthday can teach you. Only experience, reflection, and intentional growth can. So how do you build that muscle? You practice awareness. You catch yourself before the eruption. You train your mind to ask, is this worth my peace? Will this matter in a year? Is my response helping or hurting? The more you ask those questions, the more you respond instead of react. And over time, that gap between stimulus and response, that becomes your strength. Understand this. Maturity isn't found in how well you control others. It's in how well you control yourself. You can't always choose what life throws at you, but you can always choose how you show up for it. You can choose calm. You can choose dignity. You can choose silence. That choice, that is the real mark of maturity. And the best part, The moment you start responding instead of reacting, your whole world shifts. Relationships improve. Stress decreases. Clarity increases. Clarity increases. Peace becomes your default. Not because life got easier, but because you got wiser. Maturity is not age, it's control. Not control over others, but over yourself. And the day you master your reaction is the day you begin to master your life.